It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with their opponents. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's base.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, it's Woods, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Half 85. Half 85.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Allen gonna throw. Going deep here for Matthews. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Lights up.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
11.
First down, here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
12.
Hey, Mike's 42.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, and this is caught by Watkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
52's the mic. Watch the screen.
Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball come over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11, mighty.
Mike's 4-2. Watch the screen.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, right side complete. That's Woods. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, check round 80. 57.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900.
57 the mic.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Open target, here is Matthews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But there's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 57.
To the air, Allen. And Woods has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
57, Mike 57. You got nothing.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go again. Mike's 57.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Allen to throw once more. He wants it all for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
57's a mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We go.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
57's the mic.
Here's Allen to throw it. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Oh, you got deep? Check. 42's the mic. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On 2.
Mike 42. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
Here we go on 4th down. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in the situations you noted where he only needed inches.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Mike 42. Check that out.
They'll try the left side. Chamberlain. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 42's the mic. 42's the mic. All day.
Burrow on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at the 20. Now they try the right side here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Can.
Now it's Burrow. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2, ready?
Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Hey, get.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got a Bengals 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And while we may be looking looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
11 Thomas. 11 Thomas.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. I'm coming.
Play action. It's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 42.
Now Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
19. 57's the mic. Out. Rip left. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Right here, right here. Mike 40.
Now a handoff looking right. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Burrow looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. On 3rd down, Chamberlain. And a good rally to the football there as it looks as if they're going to stop him a couple yards shy of the marker. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. They get this out left, and that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, home.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. 65. 65.
Middle.
He's coming. We got double up.
And again this time to the tailback.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
No. Check that. We want Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get in the weight room. Switch.
Off 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, Somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Woods. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They run the counter. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here we go. 180.
Check. 40.
180.
Push him back. Push him
Start.
And they take a knee.